Hello YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian I am bringing you another Unhaul. Also, I am very tired at the moment because I've been cleaning today. So I need caffeine. So hence, I have my lovely koozie that was sent to me by Entangled Publishing for Nothing But Trouble by Amy Andrews. I'm having a soda. No wine right now because I will just be nap time. These are all books I have pulled off my shelves. Multiple reasons. Sometimes it's just I have multiple copies, or maybe I no longer like the book anymore, maybe I read it and didn't like it, or maybe I'm just never going to read it. There's a lot of reasons why these books are leaving my shelves, but they need to leave my shelves. First things first, I'm getting rid of these two kind of Christmassy books. This is Lone Star Christmas by Dolores Fawson and Mistletoe Miracles by Jody Thomas. I have no desire to read these. I'll just be honest with you guys. These look like Hallmark movies as a book, and I can't do Hallmark movies. I'm so not into them. These need to leave my shelves. They can go. They're cowboy Christmases, and nothing about this says Amanda needs to read this. Also leaving my shelf is Nerve by Jean Ryan. This became a movie, and I was like, oh, it's a movie, and maybe I should read the book. And then I was like, I ain't gonna read that book. I'm never gonna read it. Plus, it's the stupid movie tie-in edition. I hate movie tie-in editions. They're the worst. The worst. I hate them so much. And it's been on my shelf for a couple years now. I haven't read it. I'm probably never going to read it. It needs to go. I am also getting rid of this whole series. This is the Breathless trilogy by Maya Banks. It's Rush, Fever, and Burn, all by Maya Banks. I've got them all at library book sales. I managed to collect this whole trilogy. And I ain't never going to read this. I will never read them. I got these all because Maya Banks, like, I don't even want to say a love-hate relationship. I pretty much don't like a lot of her books. Like, they're just bad. I'm sorry, they are. I'm sure some of them are good because she's a very popular author. I haven't found a good one yet. So I kind of got these just for the sake of, oh, maybe I'll read them and they'll be so bad I can make a rant video or something. And then I'm like, I don't want to read something bad for the sake of it being bad. Like, that doesn't sound fun. That doesn't sound fun at all. This sounds like something that's going to infuriate me. And also, my friend Lauren of the Novelush has read these, and they are just as dumb as I thought they were going to be. So, yeah, I don't need to suffer this. I don't need to suffer fools, and I don't need to suffer these books. They're just going to leave. I'm sure someone will find them and read them and enjoy them, but I'm not going to be the person who does that. Also leaving my shelf is Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. Now, this is an arc of it, and I really had this as one of my anticipated reads of 2018. I did read it, and overall, like, it was alright. Like, I wasn't incredibly impressed with it. It has a super cool concept. It's like necromancers and bisexual necromancers and zombies and stuff. So all of that sounds cool, and it didn't work for me. I don't know. There's many reasons why it didn't work. I know a lot of people like this book, and that's cool. If you find it at a library book sale, this will be yours. But yeah, it wasn't my jam. It wasn't my cup of tea, really. It wasn't what I wanted to get out of it. I got something out of it, but it wasn't it, you know? So it's going. I'm getting rid of Divergent by Veronica Roth. Frankly, I did not remember I still own this. It was like up in the back of a shelf that I hadn't seen in a long time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't get rid of this yet? Ugh. I know a lot of people like Veronica Roth, and that's fine. I want people to like her books. I'm not one of them, though. Like, I tried Divergent, and it was just terrible for me. I hated it. And then I tried to read her other series, like, Carve the Mark, I think it was called. I tried reading that, and I got like 3 chapters in. I was just like, I hate this. So I think it's just her writing style and my reading style do not mesh together. So yeah, I did not like Divergent. I know a lot of people did. I am not one of them. I thought it was poorly written and just bad all around. So I'm going to donate this. I'm also going to get rid of Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. This is a book I accidentally got at a Y'all West I went to, I think 2017. They were just giving out free books. I was like, can I have a book? And they're like, there you go. And it was this one. So it's not a book I necessarily went out of my way to get. It just, I happened to happen into it. And then also this is signed, I believe. Yep. I ran into the author and she signed it. So I read it. I did read this. I did not like it. I know it somewhat is popular. A lot of people did like it. No, I didn't like it. I thought it was kind of poorly written, and it has a lot of problems that no one seems to pick up on but me. And I'm like, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm like, I'm not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna like go down that crazy train. So yes, anyway, it's just gonna leave. It's gonna go. It's gonna be donated. It's signed. Technically it's signed to me, but still signed, so someone can find this and enjoy it. I am also going to get rid of Rin Tongue and Dorner by Rich Shapiro. This I got at the LA Times Festival of Books, and it was literally a guy in a lampshade. He was wearing a lampshade on his head, handed me a book, and it was this one. So this is another book I did not go out of my way to get. It's just like, they literally just handed it to me, and it seems so weird. And I appreciate like the money they spent on getting these printed and handing them out for free. Like, that's cool, and it's like, it's double printed. Even the physical book is like, they put some like time and money into this. So I feel bad donating it because, you know, they did try really hard. But I'm just not gonna read it, so I'm gonna donate it, and someone will find it and hopefully read it and love it. I am also getting rid of Halo by Alexandra Adornetto. I have no idea what this is about. Angels, I'm assuming. YA angel story. I got this at a library book sale for free. I remember getting it for free because I saw this in the bin. I was like, oh, that looks cute, I'll grab it. Not think anything of it. Because sometimes there's a free bucket at library book sales and you go, oh, free. But, yeah, I have no idea what this is even about. It's, sorry. I just read, like, the little... That was a visceral reaction you got. An angel is sent to Earth on a mission, but falling in love is not part of the plan. I'm sorry, it's so bad. Okay, no, this is just leaving. Perhaps it is better for a younger audience than me, but yeah, no. No, not dealing with this. Also leaving my shelves are these two books by Laurie Foster. I went through this phase where I kept buying Laurie Foster books, like at library book sales, because she's an author I've heard of that was kind of like friends with other authors I liked, so I was like, maybe I should like read her books. So I picked up a bunch like at library book sales, so, you know, 50 cents, 25 cents a book, they're not expensive. But I've never read them. And I don't really foresee myself reading them. I don't have time to pick them up. And they're just not interesting enough to me to like see and like think, ooh, this is gonna be really fun. They just seem like boring or something. And this one's called Scandalous. Every time I see it, I go, Escandalo, because it makes me do that in my brain for some reason. And then I have Charade. And I think both of these are like mashups, so they're both two novellas in each of them. But yeah, I'm not gonna read them. Sorry, Laurie, I ain't gonna read your books. Also leaving my shelf is The Battle Sylph by L.J. McDonald. I got this at a library book sale fairly recently, and then I read the back blurb and I was like, oh no, I should have read the blurb before I bought this book. They're just so cheap. They're so cheap, and I want to like rush, and I always just pick a bunch of stuff and buy it, and like I leave and I got like 25 books and I spend like $5, so it's really cheap. But the blurb is just bad, and it's like, it's kind of beat up, and I'm not gonna read it. I'm never gonna pick it up. Also leaving my shelf is Deadly Gamble by Linda Lael Miller. I do believe this is kind of a cowboy romance, and I'm just not into cowboys. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, he's wearing chaps on the cover. I'm just like, I don't want to fuck with chaps. Like, it's just a silly reason, but it's just like, I don't like the look of chaps. I think they're ugly. And it's just, I don't understand how they function necessarily, because like the ass is missing, and like the ass is what touches the horse, so the outsides of your legs have a chap on it. I don't really understand how they operate, because I feel like the crotch should be protected. I'm sorry, I went down a weird tangent for a second here, but yeah, I'm not keeping this, because chaps, it makes my brain do this. Also leaving my shelf is Perfect Fit by Carly Phillips. It's like, it's a first book of her Serendipity series, so it's kind of like a hot cop and sexy times, I'm assuming. But I'm like, I don't really want to read about a small town cop. Like, it doesn't like appeal to me. I think I'd rather read about a big city cop, because they actually have things to do. Like, how much crime is in this little town? Probably not a lot. So I'm like, this is gonna be boring. I'm not into it. So remember when I said I bought all these Lori Foster books? Here's a bunch more. So many Lori Foster books I've gotten at library book sales. Literally every single one of them I've gotten at a library book sale. I haven't gone out and actually bought one. And yeah, these are all leaving. These are all leaving my shelves. I'm never gonna read them. Let's see what I got. I have Unbelievable, which is kind of a smutty cover, but I'm not gonna read it. I got Forever Buckhorn, which is also a like cowboy one, but he's not wearing chaps, so that gets points in my opinion, because chaps just bother me. I got Too Much Temptation by Lori Foster, which frankly looks stupid. Oh my gosh, this looks like an all-star 80s soundtrack would be playing while I'm reading this. I don't know why. It's just the font and the guy on the cover. It feels like a very 80s movie to me, and I don't want to deal with it. Next is Hard Justice by Lori Foster. I think it's about like a bodyguard, like a sexy bodyguard. And this one actually is a little damaged. I think I bought it damaged, so I don't want to read a damaged book. Lastly, I have A Perfect Storm by Lori Foster. And it just features a wet guy on the cover. And so I'm assuming it's going to be kind of a dark romance story. Ooh, there's a smuggling ring. There's a woman named Arizona. I hate stupid named characters. Don't name her Arizona. Oh my gosh, her name is Arizona Storm. Arizona Storm is her name. Nope, not dealing with that. Also leaving my shelf is TheDarkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. I've read this, I didn't like it. I don't know why I'm keeping it. There's no reason to keep it if I did not like it. And I didn't like it. I have talked about why I didn't like it in several videos. I think perhaps this was 2012 and I read it when it came out, in that time period when dystopians were like all of the craze right then. I might have really enjoyed it, but I read it now, did not like, so yeah, this is leaving. Getting rid of 2 books by Shuri Thomas. I have Pasadena and Orleans, and I'm getting rid of both of them. Pasadena, I actually met her and this one is signed to me, which is like, you know, that's the main reason why I was keeping it so long, is because it's signed, but I've read it and it was alright. It wasn't the best book I've ever read, it wasn't the worst book, but it wasn't like something I'm gonna go back and like want to reread, so it's leaving. Orleans, I just got because it's Orleans, like a New Orleans, and I love New Orleans. I got it at a library book sale. It's kind of post-apocalyptic. It has a blurb from Marie Lu on it, so like it has things that would like catch my eye, but I haven't read it and it's been on my shelf for over a year, so it's like it needs to go. The time has come for me to part with the Selection series by Kiera Cass. I have the whole series, so I have the little stories. I have the special story one. I have Selection, The Elite, and The One. I read this whole series back in the day, and you know what? I enjoyed it for what it was. It's stupid. Like, it's legitimately stupid, but like, surprisingly enjoyably stupid. It's basically, how do I say what it's about? It's kind of The Bachelor in a dystopian world, but also like it's The Bachelor, but it's really bad. It's just the bad bachelor in a dystopian world where like people get murdered for being poor, and the lead girl, her name is America Singer, and I was like, no, she's a stupid name, but I enjoyed them for what they were, but like honestly, I never think about these books. I never want to reread them, and why are they on my shelf? I enjoyed them for what they were, but I don't like think they're good. I'm getting rid of Long Tall Texans by Diana Palmer. Again, another cowboy story. Luckily, no chaps, so already I'm a little bit more endeared to it. What's this? Oh, there's a little like penguin paper in it. I got this at a library book sale. Sometimes you find like clues. I don't know. I think this is actually 2 novellas too. So it's 2 cowboys, and just not into cowboys. I don't know. Let me know in a comment down below. Do you know a good cowboy story that you think I would like? Because not just one that's good that someone likes, one I would like, because I'm kind of picky. Like, if you watch my videos, you should have an understanding of my taste. So let me know if you have a cowboy book I should definitely pick up. Also leaving my shelf is Sweet Restraint by Beth Carey. Got it at a library book sale. It's like Chicago Special Agent Shane Dominic. That's such a special agent name, isn't it? Shane Dominic. and criminals, and it's like a contemporary romance, thriller romance type of story. There's handcuffs on there, but maybe because it's law enforcement, but nah, not gonna read it. I'm also going to donate Devils and Thieves by Jennifer Rush. This is an ARC. I got it at Y'all West kind of randomly. I didn't really like go out of my way to get it. It just kind of happened into my hands. This was a couple years ago though. Yeah, this was in 2017 I got this. So I got this as an ARC in 2017 and still haven't read it. It's like a biker bar for demons, I think, and it's YA, and I'm just like, ugh. Not into it. 0% into it at all. Like, I have no desire to read it. So it's just gonna leave. It's gonna leave my shelf. Also leaving is The Epic Crush of Genie Lo by F.C. Yee. Again, this is another one I got 2017 Y'all West, and 2017 was the year I went to Y'all West with no planning done. I literally rolled out of bed. I showed up late. I showed up at like 10:30 in the morning and just like, let's see what I get. It was just like a random year. So like some of the stuff I got in 2017 is just random stuff that I probably would not have picked on my own. And this is one of them. It kind of has a cool concept. It's like a schoolgirl fighting off a demon invasion. So that sounds cool, but not gonna read it. Another one I'm getting rid of is The Inevitable Collision of Birdie and Bash by Candice Ganger. And this is another ARC. It's a 2017 ARC. I don't think I got this at Y'all West. I think I got this later. I don't know. It was a book that I did have interest in at the time, and now like 2 years have gone by, so I don't foresee myself picking this up. It's YA contemporary. I don't even remember what the story's about, but it's been sitting on my shelf for 2 years, and I haven't even touched it, so it's leaving. Another ARC I'm getting rid of is Saints and Misfits by S.K. Ali. This is another 17 book. Y'all West 17 was kind of like just a wash year for me, but this one, like, it is cool from a multicultural perspective, and I liked it and kept it on my shelf from that perspective because I'm like, maybe I should read it because it does feature a Muslim girl, but it also features sexual assault, and I'm not in the mood for that book. I appreciate that this exists, and I feel like a lot of people would get something out of it. It's just that's not something I foresee myself reading, so it's getting donated. I am getting rid of Angel Burn by L.A. Weatherly. I got this for free at a book festival. They were just giving it out, but like, look at the spine. That's why I grabbed it, because I just saw it on the table from the spine, and the spine is so pretty, which is not really a reason to keep a book, just because the spine is pretty. But it's another YA angel story. I have no interest in it. I do like the gold filigree that they have on it, and they have it on the spine, and that is all really cool looking, but that's not a reason to like take up space on my shelf, so it's gonna go. Oh, I found one more ARC I'm getting rid of. I'm getting rid of A Short History of the Girl Next Door by Jared Reck. This one does seem like kind of a cool concept and a cool contemporary story, but it's just not something I foresee myself actually picking up. It's also excessively short. It's 265 pages. It's a very short book, kind of like a rom-com coming-of-age story, but I don't actually see myself reading it. I am finally ready to part ways with Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco because I hated it. I remember there's a rant video on here somewhere. I really dislike this book. It has so many problems, and I know it's very popular and a lot of people do like it, and I am happy for them. I'm happy people like this book. I'm sad that I don't. Like, ugh. Like, Audrey is stupid. Like, sorry, she is. I just disliked her. I liked what the author was trying to do with her, but I don't think it happened, and I was just bored, and I guessed the killer literally immediately. As soon as the character was introduced, I'm like, oh, well, that's the killer. Like, it was, like, so blatantly obvious to me that was the killer. So, yeah, I'm finally ready. It can leave. It can leave my house now. Another one I'm finally ready to part ways with is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. There is a rant review video of this on this channel. I know it's very popular. I know, I have the unpopular opinion. I know lots of people rave about this book and absolutely love it to bits. I was not one of them. For me, it felt like it was being aggressively dull. It was being so dull that it was just doing it to spite me. Like, that's how dull it was for me. So, I'm just gonna get rid of it. The only reason I kept it this long was like funny enough, haha, I met the author and it's assigned to me. That was the only reason I was keeping it, but like realistically speaking, I did not like it. Why is it on my shelf? So it's going. Also leaving my shelf is Shuffle Repeat by Jen Klein. I did read this book and it was okay. It's like YA contemporary coming of age romance type of story, and it's exactly that. It's a little ice cream cone of a book. It's you know, it's short and sweet and it'll make you happy for about an hour, and that's this book. It's, you know, it's uncomplicated pretty much. It's just a simple, you know, YA story. And I was keeping it for a very long time because I met Jen Klein and she signed it, and it actually has like a funny little inscription in it. But realistically speaking, I did not like the book enough that it needs to stay on my shelf. Am I going to bring it up in other videos? Am I going to reread it? Am I going to recommend it to people? Probably not. So it's going to leave my shelf and open up space for a book that I actually want to be on my shelf. Also leaving is Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. And I did want to read Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, but I don't want the stupid movie tie-in edition. I got it at a library book sale for like 50 cents. So it is, like, I didn't invest a lot of money in it, but every time I see the cover, like, it makes me put the book down because I hate looking at movie tie-in editions. Like, if it had a normal cover, I might have picked it up already. But it doesn't. It has a movie tie-in edition cover, and I didn't like it. And also the movie was so weird that I don't know if the book is going to be less weird or not. So we'll find out. Well, no, I won't, because I'm not going to read it, so. I'm going to get rid of The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong. Again, I got this at a library book sale, and it came with no book jacket. And I'm okay with that because the book jacket actually makes the book look bad. And I probably wouldn't have bought it if I saw the book jacket. But Kelly Armstrong is an author I have heard of before and who has written other books that I'm interested in. So that's kind of why I grabbed it at the library book sale. But I think it has like witches and it's YA, and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Lastly, I am getting rid of Sea of Shadows, also by Kelly Armstrong. This one, I'm not really sure what it's about, but the cover is amazing. Like, I love the cover. Okay, so I just reread this little blurb, and I'm like, maybe I'm going to keep this. It actually sounds kind of good, and the cover is cool. It's about these two sisters who have to, like, go into this, like, damned forest every year and, like, calm down all the crazy monsters in it. They're like, hey guys, you're being hooligans, chill. And they're like, all right. And if they don't, they go on a murder spree. So it actually sounds kind of good. I kind of want to keep it now. So yeah, this one's actually going to stay. I've changed my mind. Okay, so that's like a fair amount of books I'm just getting rid of. These are all just ones I don't want to read. Like, and it's okay to like have a book and not be interested in it. You don't have to be interested in every book. I'm still trying to learn that myself. But it's something I have come to understand. It's like, I don't have to be interested in every book. Also, if you read a book and you don't like it, you are under no obligation to keep it. You can get rid of it. So I am trying to learn this lesson and like have a tidier bookshelf space. Let me know in the comments down below. You can try to make your case for any of these books if I should maybe keep them. Chances are they are probably already going to be gone by the time this video is posted, but just in case they aren't, let me know in a comment down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon.